Hi, and good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So, welcome to CTS College and welcome to our information session. My name is Ravi Johnson. As we indicated, we'll start at 11 a.m., but we anticipated quite a few more persons. So, between 11 and 11:05, or 5 minutes after that, we'd start shortly, right? Good morning once again, everyone. For those of you who just joined us, we are going to start shortly. Within 5 minutes, we should be able to start. I'm just waiting on a few more persons to join in. And once they're online, we'd start our official information session and presentation. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and start. Good morning and welcome to CTS College and welcome to our Preschool Academy information session. We're really excited to tell you about our Preschool Academy. And this is in fact the official launch and start of the Academy. It's the first time we're doing anything like this. My name is Ravi Johnson. I am the Academic Director of CTS College. And my task is quite simple this morning, is to tell you a little bit about CTS College, do the formal introductions. And after that, I'll hand you over to Mrs. Renee Gordon, who is the principal and founder of Ren's Bright Beginners. And CTS College will be partnering with Renee and with Ren's Bright Beginners to offer the Preschool Academy. Renee, are you online with us?
Yes, I am. I'm right here.
Yes, so I am seeing Renee online with us. And a bit later on, Renee will present and tell you about this concept of the Preschool Academy and how it will be delivered, right? And I think it's a bit different from your typical preschool. It's a bit different from your typical online classes. And she will share the details with you about how the academy will be run and delivered each week or each month as we go along. Before I hand you over to Renee, however, I just want to do a quick survey to find out the ages of your kiddies, right? So just give me one quick second and I'll do a quick poll for you. So guys, we just want to get some information on the ages of your kiddies, right? So if you could just, are you all seeing the poll? If you can quickly do the poll to just indicate what are the ages of your children. So we'll have an idea of who we are presenting to or who we are catering for. Right. Just waiting on a couple more persons to do the survey. If you can just click on the poll and select the age of your child. Okay, wonderful. So, what we'll be doing today, guys, is we'll tell you a little bit about CTS College and what we've been doing and how we have been delivering our courses and what makes us different. And of course, I'll have Renee come on a bit later on and tell you about the Preschool Academy and how we plan to deliver the Preschool Academy. We'll tell you about the registration process, the payments, what support is available. And of course, we'll stay online a bit after. So in case you have any questions, you could ask them while we present, or at the end of it, we'll stay online. So if you have any questions specific to you or your child, we'd be more than happy to accommodate those questions and have you and clarify any uncertainties which you might have, right? What I'd like to do though is I want to find out from you, because you would have seen the ad about the preschool on Facebook or social media, whatever it is, and you would have taken an interest, and hence the reason why you're here this morning, right? So I just want to hear from you, the parents, and you could unmute your mic and tell us, well, why it is you're interested in it in this preschool and what are some of the potential benefits for your children for attending a preschool. So anybody, you could just unmute your mic and tell me.
Want to go first now?
Anyone? Nanda?
Hi, Nanda.
Hi, Ravi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. So we have a 3-year-old son, and our goal would be basically to see how you guys
Present the school.
Yeah, like what material you guys have that would be able to assist our son in getting the best possible head start, I should say.
Understood. Understood. So you're just interested, you're just looking at the materials or what
Yeah.
we'll deliver to see if it can benefit. Fair enough.
Correct.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, morning, Julia.
I have a 4-year-old in preparation for primary school. So what caught my eye is the differences that you all have on the flyer with learning Spanish, sign language. Right now he attends a preschool but I'm not getting that type of attention during Zoom classes with him.
Right.
So that's what actually caught my eye. And well, I signed up for CTS for my elder son last term as well. So I was
Okay.
pleased with the administration and the thought process.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi. All right. Julie, I'm not too sure if you're aware, but you know, sometimes depending on the primary school, you know, sometimes they would actually interview or pre-screen your child before they enter primary school because they must have certain skills before they get into the primary school.
Correct, yes. And especially social skills, creative skills. And I see you all have a couple of those in these in the lesson to be taught during the school term.
Right, understood. So I think it's important for children to get that foundation. And in my days, to be quite honest, you didn't need that. But to get that
Right.
foundation in order for them to get into the primary school, right? All right, I'll take one more person. Anyone else? Why are you interested in this preschool?
Hi, Ravi. Good morning.
Hi, morning, Erica.
Yes, how are you doing?
Good, Erica.
So Abigail, my 5-year-old, is in the primary school right now. And
Right.
so I have a 3-year-old who is learning a lot from Abigail. And so I like that the scope of what you guys offer in the preschool is
Hello?
not just as simple, is, you know, beyond what you normally expect. And so that's what caught my eye with this course.
Understood. Okay. And these are all some of the benefits which your children can gain for when they attend preschool, right? The opportunity for development and growth, promotes academics as well. And as somebody mentioned, I think it was Nanda, promotes the social skills as well. But instead of me telling you about the benefits and how it is offered, at this point, I'd like to introduce you to Rennie, who would come online and tell you about the preschool and how we plan to deliver it and what are some of the techniques and methods on how we'll do it. Rennie, are you online?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you quite clearly, right?
Yes.
So welcome, Renee. Take it away whenever you're ready, and you feel free to share your screen, right? I think you can share your screen on your presentation.
Actually, you have to give me that permission.
Okay, did you request it?
I did. It said it's the host disable participant screen sharing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
No problem.
Can you try it now, Renee?
Oh, yes. So I am getting through. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful.
Good morning to everyone. Good morning, all parents.
Morning.
Again, right? And thank you for being a part of CTS College presentation or the information session this morning. We are here to discuss CTS College Preschool Academy Early Learners Program, right? Early Learners Program, it speaks for itself. It basically means that this program is geared towards junior preschoolers and senior preschoolers. All right, so before we begin, this is the teacher in me. I always like to start with an icebreaker. Now, parents, please don't be afraid to put on your cameras so I can see whom I'm speaking with. Don't be afraid. You can put on your camera. All right. So the idea of this, like I said, it's just a icebreaker to get you a little loose, you know, while we're getting into our session. So the idea of this is to say the color, but not the word. All right, you have to say the color, but not the word. That's the trick there. So you're looking at the word blue, right? But it's not blue, it's actually red. So you have to say the color. So you have to, let me see if I can try it. I haven't tried it before, so let me try it. It's red, blue, pink, gray, brown. Oh my God, I did it good. So I see Nanda face looking like, oh my God, what is this? Right? Is there anyone who is willing to try it? Come, let's try our icebreaker and see. Anyone willing to try? Come on, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's just a fun icebreaker. At least one person, let's try.
So the second line, should we try from the second line?
You can try the second line. Let's go.
So it's orange.
Green.
No, orange. green, yellow, purple, and red.
Yay! See, that was so easy. Erica looks like she wants to try right now. Erica is smiling and she
Hey,
wants to try.
This is fun. Okay, so I'll do the third line. So, okay. Red, blue, gray, brown, orange, pink.
What? I think you write that
There you
down.
go.
Now we know.
It,
I
it
think you-
helps. It helps when you point.
Can we have one more volunteer to do the last line? Anyone would like to try the last line?
Okay, I think I got it.
All right.
Green, yellow, purple, red, pink, orange.
Awesome. Great. See how easy that was? No, that was just to get into the mood, into the groove of our presentation. And like Erica said, it's fun, and that's the idea we have. So let's begin. So parents, I want to hear from you first before we start this presentation. I would like to know, how has the COVID-19 pandemic affected you as a parent, right? Not how it affected your home or your finances, but how it affected you as a parent, be it positive or negative, whether you're so happy because it gave you more time or negative where you don't have the time. So let's hear from you. How has this COVID-19 pandemic affected you as a parent? No one had effects. The pandemic was really awesome and it did nothing to you. Yes, no?
I think in my case, I have two kids that are homeschooled, and so it was a not as drastic of a change to say that my kids are now home from school, but to the extent that I'm not able to take them out to learn on field trips and those things now, and that at home they're kind of getting bored because they're not able to go out. The social aspect now is eliminated. I know as far as person to person goes, everything is now online.
Yeah.
So I think that's the effect for me.
Had on you. Okay, so not so much educationally, but more so socially.
Yes.
All right, got it. Anyone else? How has the pandemic affected you as a parent? If you're working, how has that, impacted on the time to work with your children?
Well, for us as a parents, Nanda and myself, this is our first child. He's 3 years old, and well, the positive aspect, we get to spend a lot of time with him now, but we kind of confused as to what schooling we have to give to him in terms of social interaction. We have no options now in terms of preschool. So this is the main reason we're looking at this, in order to get him involved in something like this. But the only negative aspect I'm seeing in this is he have no social interaction.
Yeah, definitely. That entire social interaction is out of the door. No outdoor for them. They're indoors all the time. So they are unable to interact with friends, make new friends and so forth. So I totally get that.
One question though, I wanted to ask is how would you get the child? He's 3 years old. How would you get him to focus on a screen? I'm not sure how, because he attention span in terms of looking at a screen could be kind of short. So I'm a bit worried about that.
Well, I don't think that you should be worried about it, because this early learners program does not require your children to be behind the screen for a lengthy period of time, right? So have no fear. We're here to guide and support you along the way, which would also give you some useful tips on how to engage your children in learning. And of course, like you are asking, how to get them to settle in. Right? So have no fear. All right. So we've heard from the parents. We've heard the negative aspect of it, where we definitely can't change that. We can't go take them outdoors to field trips or outings or anything like that. And the interaction level with their friends is really, really low. So, well, to nil, we can possibly say. So we can't fix that, but guess what, parents? We have heard your cries. CTS has heard all of your cries, I don't know where to start. I have no time for online classes. How am I going to work? I don't know how to make learning more fun and interesting for my child. This child doesn't want to do the work with me, only the teacher. And oh my God, how do these teachers do this? That's the most important. That's the question parents ask. How do these teachers do this? Because I don't know what I am doing. Don't worry, we've heard your cries and we are here to help you. And most importantly, parents, we do not want your children, when it's time to go back out to school, to end up like this. Is everyone hearing it?
No hearing it.
Oh my God, we definitely don't want them going back out to school like this, pointing at their knees and saying it's their toes, right? So we are here to help you in that aspect and to avoid that from happening. We are here to get you from this standpoint of going crazy, as you would see in the bottom images and the upper left-hand images. And we want to get you to transition into smooth parenting, as you would see that parent doing at the upper right-hand corner of the screen. All right, so we're getting into it. So let's talk a little bit about me. My name is Mrs. Rennie Gordon. To my children, I am Auntie Rennie, Auntie Ren, they call me. I have 12 years experience in the field of education. In 2014, I became certified in early childhood care and education. And a couple years later, I attained my Bachelor's of Education from the University of New Brunswick. I love learning. I enjoy participating in a series of courses that would enhance my teaching skills and basically open my knowledge, right? And most importantly, when it comes to my culture, I love steel pan and I love Best Village, right? So that's a little bit about me. We're moving forward. I am also the principal of Bright Beginners Preschool and Daycare. This is our school. We are located on Lady Young Road. Of course, we may have a change in location when school reopens, but this is to give you an idea of what our school looks like. I'm also an early childhood care and education facilitator for YTEP and East Fort Spain Development Company. I am also a self-publisher / author. In 2019, I published my first book, Timetables Learning Workbook. I have recently completed my Bright Beginners series, in addition to my Bright Start accounting book, which is my latest project. And lastly, about me, I enjoy doing makeup. It's so therapeutic. I really, really enjoy doing makeup. Right, let me just check the chat. Oh, somebody said, oh my gosh, yes. Right, sorry about that. I enjoy doing makeup. It's therapeutic, and that is basically it, all about me. So let's talk about Bright Beginners Preschool, this school that CTS College will be partnering with to offer this early learners program. Bright Beginners has been in existence for almost 5 years. July of this year would make it 5 years. We were one of the first schools to transition to online learning. We started our online learning in March 2020, as the Prime Minister would have closed all learning centers. We are not shy, our school, we are not shy to the spotlight. We are known for the spotlight. I always try to share our children's achievements and accomplishments and introduce the public to our school, right? So we've had a series of, we have had Express done articles on us, we have YBTT done articles on us, and we're very popular in the Express. So we always share photos of our children, like I said, of their accomplishments and whatever achievements they have made, we share it. And of course, let the public know who we are. So let's talk about this distance learning program. Now, I just want to clarify something. It is not an online program. It is a distance learning program, meaning that homeschooling is enforced more, of course, during this program, because this is where we need the parents to step in and assist the children even more. Right, so this distance learning program is geared towards children ages 3 to 4, junior preschoolers, and 4 to 5. There's an exception for 2.5-year-olds. If they are advanced, an advanced 2.5-year-old, we will definitely take them into the program. What would you receive once you participate in this distance learning program? You will be receiving weekly packages. Well, in our case right now, to assist parents with time, balancing their time and not having to come out to the school frequently, we are now doing it monthly. So you will have monthly packages which would have activities, crafts, and worksheets. In addition to that, we have an online platform that you'll have 24-hour access to. We'll also provide you with resources via the Ibis link. You would receive a list of book resources, meaning like a book list. You would receive 1-hour Zoom online session. That's a bonus. And we have a WhatsApp support group. So let's go through each in detail. So this is what our first packages usually look like at the beginning of the term. All right, we usually put them together in a plastic file, a file with like a Velcro sticker or a button, put together all the worksheets in a specific order, in the order in which it is supposed to be completed. And they usually get some really cool things, like little bag or bubbles or pencils, balloons, you name it. We try to give them at the beginning of the term. Let's go into the package a little more. This is just a sample image of what inside of the packages look like. Of course, the books, we don't provide the books, you provide the workbooks. But the worksheets and the other activities that you see in there, we provide them for you. So this is just to give you a preview of what the inside of that package looks like. Then we have our online platform. Our online platform, how it works is that we give you a sign up. So we send you a link and you sign up for our online platform. Once you've done that, it becomes easier for you because now all you have to do is download the app. And voila, it's very accessible. It is self-check-in. It corrects, meaning that it corrects the children if they've done something or answered something incorrectly, right? So let me just give you a preview into what the online platform would look like. Right, so each month you're assigned 20 activity tasks. So you would have your username and you would sign in. You'll be given a picture password, and voila, you are inside. As I said, once you've downloaded the app, you would have a lot easier access. So as you can see, those are the activity task cards that we would assign. Students can click their answers, type their answers, or drag and drop their answers. Right? It's a very fun, interactive online program. And again, you receive 20 of these every month. So basically you get 5 per week. It goes hand in hand with what we are teaching, whatever lesson we are teaching or whatever topic we are teaching, it goes hand in hand with the worksheet, right? It is a form of reinforcement as well and reevaluation, right? So you would be able, these children, they love it. They really do. Once they have their device, they usually even pick it up for themselves and go and actively do their task cards, right? So that is just to give you a sneak peek of what our online platform entails. Now, parents, remember, please make notes of your questions. So afterwards in our question and answer segment, you can ask them. So please be sure to make notes. Right, resources via Ibis link. Now I'm going to stop sharing this screen and go to another screen sharing, right? Unfortunately, we were not able to have the Ibis link accessible for you this morning. However, upon sign up, it will be there for you. So for now, I'm just going to show you it from my Dropbox. So just give me 1 second to share that file with you. So when we talk about resource link, this is what we're speaking about, and it's going to be very similar on the Ibis link. This is where you access all the files, and it's going to have all the information in it for you. So let's just do one for example. Each file would have a video file, a date list, and craft and activities. So videos for lessons, basically whatever topic we're teaching, we would have it within that video file. So it assists you with transitioning from one topic to the other and also introducing the new topic to your children. From there, you would be given a date list. What the date list is basically is a breakdown of the dates of all the worksheets that you have to complete. So it tells you what day so let me show you. Better show you than tell you. All right, so this is another example of what we would have used at the beginning of the term. So this is what your date list looks like. So this is a junior preschooler's date list. It gives you the instructions at the top, and then it breaks down exactly what you have to get done for that week. And you receive one of these each week. So no, you do not have to try to figure out, so what am I to do here? When am I to do it? No. You don't have to, you're not on your own. We're here with you. All right. And then from there is where you are going to also access your craft file. So I'm going back to the folder. And it shows you all of the craft or the activities, the science activities that you would have to complete for that specific week. So it's really, really easy to operate, and the children are really going to enjoy it, and you too would have fun with it, because it is something where you have to be involved, you have to participate with them, you have to guide them, and you have to support them. So you too actively participate in the fun, and even siblings, if they have siblings. You will be receiving a book list upon registration at CTS. The only thing that is not on this list that you will not see are copybooks, and the copybooks are only added if your child is in 4+ level. All right. So we also give you a recommendation list of things that you should have at home: crayons, color pencils, scrapbook, glue stick, craft items like pom-poms and palette sticks, pipe cleaners. We give you an idea of things that you should have at home, because we provide the craft, we provide the activity, but we do not provide the materials, right? So that's one thing to note. We do not provide the materials. So if we say for Mother's Day, you have a postcard to do and you're required to use pom-pom and glitter, well, no glitter, but any other craft item, because I run from glitter, right? Any other craft item that you have to use, you would be responsible for getting those items. All right, so again, you receive this upon registration at CTS. Our 1-hour Zoom session. Now, I just want to clarify, because at the beginning, while we had that interactive session where you were telling me about the positives and negatives of the pandemic, one parent would have brought up the idea of settling and how it's going to work, but I just want to clarify one thing. It is not an online class. So CTS is not offering online classes at the moment, right? We're offering a distance learning package. And within that package, we offer a 1-hour Zoom session, which will be held on Thursdays at 10 a.m., right? It is more an activity/interactive session, meaning that within that session, we want them to get to know each other a little bit. Say hi to a friend, right? We're doing it virtually. They would say, say hi to a friend. We use Kahoot. Kahoot is a more game, learning through play sort of site. So we use that. We utilize YouTube, where sometimes we might do a Zumba, get them in the whole physical education. They have no clue physical education they're doing, because it's so much fun. But that is what we will be utilizing in these 1-hour Zoom sessions, right? We do stuff like painting and craft, right? So these are the things that we will be doing in our 1-hour session, in addition to introducing the Spanish and sign language topics, right? Again, introducing. right? You would have all of the videos that you would need to support you in going further into the lesson of sign language or Spanish, because I heard a parent spoke about that at the beginning, where that is one thing that really spoke to her, that popped out there when she was looking at what CTS has to offer. All right, so I just wanted to clarify that. And lastly, we have a WhatsApp support group. Now, the WhatsApp support group is there to offer support. We offer support to you in your time of need. We share updates at times, and we also ask you to share certain photos or certain work that were completed. As you would have seen on the date list, next to some things you would have seen share. So we actually tell you what we would like for you to share for us to see. Yeah. So even though we have this WhatsApp support group, please know that CTS on a whole is your family, and it's a support base. So outside of this WhatsApp group, you still have CTS, everyone in CTS that is there to support you, right? So it's just one big supportive family that we have here. So schedule. Now, I know this is a lot of dates to remember. All you have to remember is, listen, my package has to be collected and dropped off at the beginning of every month. That's what we have to remember. At the beginning of every month, I have to go and pick up a new package. You would have to drop back your previous package. So let's say we start on the 12th of April and you got your first month's package. When you are back on the 3rd of May, you have to return that package to CTS and receive your new package. Why we want back that package that you would have received first is to go through it, make sure the children are on the right track. If we see anything that we think that we should advise you on, we reach out to you, we discuss it, and we offer whatever advice we can on whatever way to improve your child's academics, right? So just remember, my packages are collected at the beginning of every month. So here are some topics. I know, again, a parent would have mentioned the topics, specifically Spanish and sign language, but these are the topics that we will be covering this term, and there would be more, of course. This is just the basics, right? So in science, we cover, I won't go through it in great details. I'm seeing a question, sorry. All right, so I would get to that question after. I think that might be a good question for Ravi though. So Ravi, if you check the chat, there's a question there for you to look at. All right, so we're continuing. So these are the 3 topics again. The other topics we'll be covering are vowels, simple maths, phonics, the basics of the letters, numbers, colors, and shapes, reading comprehension. Don't panic when you see reading comprehension. No, they do not have to write sentences, but we have found a very easy way to teach them reading comprehension. Our students at our school have already passed 2-letter spelling words and 3-letter spelling words. They've mastered it. And now we know that children are capable of learning this at the preschool level, given that our children have already passed this stage. So we want to introduce that to you as well. Dictation, no, it is not an entire passage, but we get there gradually. All right, and Spanish and sign language. We have a wide range of topics within the Spanish and sign language that we would like to cover. What I would like you to do, or what I would recommend, is probably popping over to our Facebook page, which is Ren's Bright Beginners Preschool and Daycare, and it would give you an idea of exactly what our school do, what our achievement level is. You would see the children's work. You would see videos of the children doing sign language or speaking Spanish or completing worksheets. So if you pop over to the page, you would get a sneak peek into what to expect at CTS College Preschool Academy. So we're moving on really quickly. We're almost finished. Let's talk about tuition. One thing to note is that registration is absolutely free. You do not have any registration fee to pay. Cost per term, $1,800, because we're in July, August, September. We're going to July. We're April, May, June, right? The 2nd of July would be the ending of the program, and we start on the 12th of April, right? Please be sure to ask about the payment plan. they do have a payment plan available, which is $600 per month. So please talk to Ravi after about the payment plan options, or just call CTS or the program manager and discuss it with them. Right, being a part of CTS College Preschool Academy, you would also have access to free parent and me paid workshops. So for example, we have Mother's Day coming up, so we may have a mommy and me paint workshop, which is a lot of fun, by the way. I would give you just a preview, one photo, a slide where it would show you what our parent and me paint workshop looks like. The students would be able to engage in free craft workshops. Of course, these are all virtual. We do not have permission to have physical school just yet. So currently everything will be virtual. We have other additions, of course, at an additional cost with paint boxes, children and parent paint boxes and do-it-yourself clay mold kits. Now, just to give you a sneak peek into what our parents and me workshop is like, as you can see, what we normally do is we have a set of photos or a set of images that parents have to choose from, and you and your child have to depict, paint out that very same picture on your board. We provide you with that circular board, one for mommy, one for child, or one for parent, one for child. We encourage dads to come in. That's why we call it parent and me and not mommy and me or daddy and me, right? We open it to all parents. So this is what it looks like. It's a lot of fun. Children have fun. And of course, as you can see, the parents, they too have fun. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. So time to join the fun, get registered today. And anyone, do you have any questions for me or Ravi?
Hi, I'm from Tobago. I'm not certain if there is an option for persons in Tobago, as there would have to be a package pick up and drop off. Let me ask you all the questions.
Sure.
Also, is there going to be a certificate provided at the end of the period? Because I know typically when moving on to primary school, you may need a certificate from the preschool that the child went before, right? I think those were the two questions that I had to ask.
Okay,
yeah.
So I can definitely answer one, which is the second question. Will a certificate be presented? Yes, it will be presented. We also hope that as long as our numbers at the end of the academic year isn't large, that we can have some sort of graduation ceremony for them. Nothing too big, like we said, or elaborate, where we have a lot of people within our room or wherever we choose to host it. But yes, we will definitely be presenting children with a certificate at the end of the academic year, especially to those who have to go into the primary school system.
And Sulan, let me answer the question about the Tobago issue as well. And I think we certainly do not want to leave out Tobago or potential kiddies from Tobago as well from this. And this is part of the reason why we wanted to have this information session, to get a feel for it and to determine whether or not there may be persons from Tobago. So what we can do is discuss it. We didn't consider it before, to be quite honest, but it's not impossible. In fact, we have students traversing from CTS College to Tobago each month or every week. And I'm sure we could work out a plan or some type of arrangement where we can have the packages delivered at some central location in Tobago, and potential parents or students or whoever it is could pick up those packages. But just allow me to discuss it. And if you don't mind, Sulan, could you privately message me your contact number? Because I'd want to discuss something else with you, right? Message me your contact number. We discuss it and I can talk to you about it, right?
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so do we have any additional questions? Don't be afraid to ask. Now is the time to ask any question you may have. Okay, are there any concerns with the program? Are you concerned that too much of something isn't being done, or you wish that something could be, looked at differently or done differently? You have a suggestion, anything at all?
I have a quick question. So typically a child goes to preschool from, let's say, 3 to 5, so 2 years. How long would this program be going on for?
Well, the program, well, this is a continued partnership. We're hoping to continue partnering with each other from now till whenever, until then, right? This program is only in place, so this distance learning program is only in place because of the restrictions right now. But once the restrictions are lifted, it is our hope to actually have a physical CTS College Preschool Academy, right? So for now, we can speak in the now in that this program would only be offered at this point in time because of the restrictions that we have and we cannot open physically. But when school reopens and we have permission to open, there you bet you can look forward to a CTS College Preschool Academy physical school.
Ren, could you clarify? So this is term 3, and I think what Erica was getting at is after term 3 and we're ready to start back term 1, the materials and the content would be different, right? So it would be continued, right?
Yes, it would be. So we have a syllabus. We work with our syllabus. So this is term 3. After term 3, we're stepping into our summer program. So sorry, right? We're stepping into our summer program, which is July and August, which we hope that all children will be on, all parents will be on board with us. It is the same system that will be set up with packages, with activities. We also hope that should the government kind of, relax the restrictions a little, we hope that we might be able to take, them out in groups, so really small groups, whether it be to the park, whether it be to the playground, anywhere at all that is conducive for them. We hope to do that during the summer program. If not, we stick to our online strictly. Then in September, should the restrictions not be removed or relaxed yet again, we're going back into online and we're starting from term 1. So every term, if you notice the poster, it tells you what the topics are for this term. So if we're going into a new term in September, online or in distance learning, I should say, then new topics will be updated and parents will be aware of what we'll be covering in that specific term. I hope I answered your question, Erica.
Somewhat. So let me see how I can phrase this. Let's say after this first year is completed, starting next year, it would be different topics, advanced topics from the first year, building on.
So it
right?
will be, yes. So each term we have so term 1, term 2, and term 3, they're different topics. Of course, it's the same topics that will be reused annually for each academic year, but of course it would be at a more advanced level. So it will prepare your child to go into the primary school system.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Anyone else?
Rennie, I was wondering, the monthly packages that we have to pick up and drop off, is there another way to do that? Because I'm from South Trinidad, it may be difficult for me to get to CTS. Is CTS office, you mean, is from Chagonas?
Yes, it is.
Is it possible to work with TT Post, or is it that the hours at CTS College will be available later than 4 p.m. after my working hours? And another, it will
just
be?
to answer that quickly, yes, our times are flexible. So we close at 6 p.m. during the week, 4 p.m. on Saturdays. But even if it goes beyond that time, you could liaise with myself or the program manager or anyone else, and we could make arrangements for you to come in even outside of those times, right?
Okay, great. And Rani, I like the fact that it's not structured where the child is to sit down at particular hours to complete a task one time. You give us a structure for the week and we follow through, whether, because I'm a working mom, so I am not available to be with him 8 hours for the day. Sometimes he's at grandparents. So that's what brings me to my second question. On Thursdays, that 1 hour session, would you be telling us in advance what activity you may be doing in order for us to make the provision of, like, say, if you're painting and you will tell us the day before, well, you'll be doing painting, and make a list of the items that we would need for this 1 hour activity class?
Most definitely, most definitely. So you will get advance notice, like you said, either the day before or a few days before, telling you exactly what we will be covering so that you would be able to send over whatever resources we would require for that online session to the grandparents' home or auntie's home or whosoever your children stays with.
Okay, great. Thank you, Annie.
No problem. You're welcome. Any other questions? Don't be afraid. Ask away.
I just thought of another question. So when we retain the packages to you guys, we would eventually receive the packages back, right? Be completed.
Correct. You will be getting it back. We just want to, you see, we don't want to be an institution where we just provide the work and send you going. Or however they hang this week. We don't, that's not how we function. We want to support you. We want to be able to share tips with you and we want to guide you along the way. So that's the purpose for us asking back for those packages, just to make sure that the children are on the right track. So something as simple as I have the I for poor letter formation. So I would know off the bat that you didn't follow the right formation for my letter R or for my letter, whatever the letter there would be. And I would call you and I'd say, hey, mom, or hey, dad, remember to take a look at the video on letter formation, etc. Because we really want them to be able to write their letters properly. So that's just like an example. So that's why it's important for us to get back those packages, just to go through it and to make sure that you're on the right track.
Yes, I like that you all receive the packages to make the corrections and give the guidance. So I just wanted to make sure that at the end we get it back so the kids could have some things as a keepsake.
Yes, you definitely will be getting them back.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. How much in advance is registration? Is registration for a beginner? I don't think I get the question clearly. When you say in advance, this is Miss Cindy Robinson. Ravi, are you there? Possibly
Yep,
you can assist with this question.
Sure. I don't think I understand the question. Cindy, is it that you're asking about when do you have to pay?
I'm not sure. She's presently 9. Oh, she's 9 months. Well, the program is geared to those who are 3 to 5, right? And we make an exception for 2.5-year-olds. So I think when she's approaching that age of 2.5 to 3 years, then you should look into registration. Or Ravi, would you advise otherwise?
No, I think based on the content and what I've seen from you as well, I think maybe 2.5, but 9 months may be a bit too early.
Definitely is. But it's good that you're here and you're trying to get the information from as early as possible. So that's good. Any other questions before I hand over to Ravi to wrap up? Final questions. Okay, Ravi, I think that that was the last question. So.
Okay, thank you very much, Renee, for very insightful and genuine advice. If before we wrap up, guys, just want to let you know, I forgot to ask, and I took it completely for granted that persons are aware of CTS College. How many of you are new to CTS College? If in the chat you go under participants and just raise your hand, I just want to have an idea of how many of you never attended or you never had any family or members attending CTS College. Just raise your hand so I can see. All right, so we have one person so far. And at the beginning, I forgot to tell you about CTS College. Just very quickly, we were established in October of 1999 by our current executive director, that's Mr. Ravi Raghunath. And just to tell you a little bit about it and how we started, initially we started as a consultancy company in IT, selling IT services because that was his undergraduate degree in computer science. And quite by accident, we got into education. They started helping a few students from a nearby school, and they realized education was their passion. Helping others to learn and achieve their qualifications was their passion. And right after that, we started with certificate programs, CXE, certificate goes straight up to postgraduate and undergraduate degrees. The main focus of our academic programs, guys, and how we deliver it is we partner with foreign recognized and accredited institutions to offer their qualifications. But just to tell you a little bit about how we do it is that we are private tertiary institutions. We have over 20 years experience in tertiary education, but quite recently, we started our private primary school and secondary school. And I think the Preschool Academy would complete the entire gamut in terms of starting from preschool, go straight up to your master's degree qualification. In terms of quality and quality assurance, we are recognized by the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago, and we are a registered institution with ACTT. And what accreditation means is that the school would have gone through some form of quality assurance process to ensure that we meet certain criteria. So in terms of the facilities at CTS College, in terms of the qualifications and the relevance of the staff members who teach the programs as well, that would have been audited. In terms of the learning outcomes and the syllabus, everything, we go through the full gamut of the quality assurance process to ensure that we gain accreditation. And we are recognized or registered by the Accreditation Council to deliver programs, both at tertiary level and below tertiary level as well. All right. So that's a little bit about CTS College. And just to tell you about the process after this as well. Let me just get into the support. Ren would have mentioned that you would have access to a support group, a WhatsApp support group. And I think what makes CTS College different from other institutions as well is the support and the customer service we try to provide to students. So basically, it's not a case where you would come into class, whether it's online classes, or we would give you the materials, and it's up to you after that. You have the support of Rennie, who primarily is the sort of called lecturer or the guidance, who would give you the guidance. But you also have the support of a program manager. And the purpose of the program manager, that's Mr. Lyndon Brown, who unfortunately couldn't be here this morning. But the purpose of the program manager is like your liaison, your personal liaison between the school and between Rennie as well. So if you have any questions, you have any complaints, concerns, issues, you would have access to Lyndon, whether it's WhatsApp, his phone, his email. You would have contact with Lyndon and with the school basically 24/7. So you have that support and you have that guidance there, right? Apart from that, we have an open door policy. So if you have any issues at all, you could contact anyone here from the academic director, the executive director, program manager, and I'm sure Renee as well, you'd have access to. All right. So that's a bit about CTS College and the support we try to provide. The process after this, guys, is that what we would do is we would send you the presentation from today just after lunchtime. Just allow us, just afternoon today, we'd send you the presentation and the information from this session. And we'd also tell you about the process for applying. And that process really is quite simple. You'd fill out an application form and you would return it to us via email. Let me just provide the email addresses here. All right, you all seen the email address on your screen? Yeah?
Yeah.
So take note of the email address, but after today's session, we would send you the application form and the email address who you'd return that application form as well. In terms of the payments as well, and Renee would have mentioned there are different payment plans. It's $1,800 for the term, or you can pay every month as you go along, and the cost is $600 per month. In terms of the payment, you could either come into CTS College to make the payment, or you can transfer, if you have online bank, and you could transfer the funds to our First Citizens account. And it doesn't matter whether your account is at Republic, Royal, First Citizens, it doesn't matter. So what we'll do is we'll send you a document which outlines how you could transfer the funds to our First Citizens account, and we'll share the account number and all the other details with you as well, right? So look out for the email after today, after noon today. If you don't get that email by 4 p.m. latest, send an email to study@ctscollege.com, just as a reminder, and we'll send you the information, right? So before we close off, are there any final questions for myself or Renee? Okay, so let me, on behalf of Renee and Bright Beginners, thank you, first of all, for your interest in CTS College and in the Academy. Thank you for your attendance and participation today as well. We really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, feel free to call, email, or contact us anyway, all right? And we'd be happy to answer your questions. Good?
I just have one question for Rennie.
Sure.
The
You wanna-
program starts on Monday, right?
Mhm. Correct.
Like when we get the packages on Monday also?
Yes, you get the packages on Monday, but fear not, even if you cannot make it to register on Monday itself, you can register any other day because the package you would still receive all of your worksheets or all of the work that is required to be completed for this month. So whether you register on Monday or next Monday or over the weekend, you are going to be receiving your full package.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions, guys?
I think we have a shy bunch, Ravi.
Yeah, and I don't think their kids would be like that, though. I think that 1 hour online session you have would be very interactive.
Yeah,
Because I know some of the kiddies here, so I know.
Well, I really hope to see them. I really hope that the parents that are with us today, call Lyndon, give Lyndon a call or call Ravi, or send your emails and get to registering because I'm really, really excited to start this program with you all.
We are as well. So thank you very much once again for attending and for participating. And we hope to see you soon.
Yes. All right,
All right,
everyone,
guys.
take care.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.